There's just so much work to do and not enough hands to do it. I thought I should polish the golden fruit first and then gather the rotten fruit after. I know the rules. One mustn't touch the golden fruit with dirty hands.
But isn't that Effie's job? Isn't that her responsibility? Isn't she the one who picks up the rotten fruit? Come now, Gran, you can tell me. Honesty is our policy, after all. How else would we rule over this tightly run ship?
Well then, I haven't seen Effie since 2 mornings ago. I've been trying to keep up with her part of the work, but I'm just so exhausted.
To reach purity is hard work, Gran. You should know this by now. And with half of us extinct, the rest of us must work even harder now. Effie is probably just nervous of her upcoming marriage ceremony. Most brides are. She is probably off somewhere deep in thought, ridding herself of her evil desires.
I do hope so. I mean, there's so few of us left these days. It's a wonder we even exist.
We may be few in number, Gran, but our hard work has made us strong. We will always remain.
She's here already. What should I tell her? The fruit still lays on the ground?
She will have to go without. You know what policy states? We cannot touch that fruit once our hands are clean for the day. She'll have to go without food until Effie returns.
no fruit left to give you today. Return tomorrow when we may have some.
But we were armed with anything today. Surely you have something to spare.
We supplied you with what should have been enough 3 days ago. That should have been enough, provided you used common sense and didn't give it all away.
Well, I return to you now because we used so up.
We can't be to blame for your useless giving. Oh, maybe, Lorcan, this is a sign that you should fast. Go without for a while and think hard about your ways.
We have been without for some time now. We seem to be fasting all the time.
You know what you must do if you wish to receive more fruit. It is your pride and selfish nature that keeps you from doing so.
And it is my reason and commitment that keeps you from, what do you call it?
Purifying.
Yeah, no thanks. I'll find another way.
Suit yourself, but we won't have enough food for a couple more days now. I do hope you don't starve out there.
I know how to survive on more than just food. I return to you again soon in hopes of your leftovers. Thank you.
Such beautiful gratitude, Lorcan. I do wish you would reconsider and join us. We are so few these days. Honestly, however do you persevere out there?
I'm a savage, equipped to face the ruins of the world. Unlike you, I live within this fallen wasteland, right alongside it. Good day, Shiner.
Such beauty in this fruit, such goodness in this fruit. It's hard work to remain so pure, but we are good shiners, very good shiners indeed. And how did it go with Lorcan? You didn't catch something from her, did you?
Oh no, I gave her nothing today, so there was no chance of contamination. I'm hopeful she will change her ways and soon decide to become like us. There's a good possibility we can change her.
We certainly can. Give her time, Gren. An empty stomach causes the mind to think crazy thoughts. Emptiness is good medicine. To go without for so long, Lorcan will realize, even crave our way. For it is the right way. Who knows? Maybe Effie will soon have a new companion to help her.
And, well, what of all this fallen fruit? It all seems like such a waste when so many go hungry.
We can't help that. This is just what happens when people are left to live amongst the fallen ruins of this day. If they wish to join us, they must become us. Do not have feelings of shame or sympathy, for this is their choice. And you know what policy states. Let's just hope they realize before it's too late for them.
Oh, McKinley, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. I know I'm late, but today's such a wonderful day. I thought maybe we could take a break.
There is no time to do anything besides what we must do. Survive and conquer. Have you taken your breath today, Renata? You seem off.
I have. First thing this morning. And what a beautiful morning it is. Why, just look at how the sunlight catches those raindrops over there. I seem to remember those colors.
You should take another breath. You seem to be thinking. You know what thinking does.
Oh no, I must be coming down with something. Maybe my thoughts aren't doing what they're supposed to. Do you think that normal thoughts have entered in?
You have your apparatus?
Always.
Good, then take another booster hit. You don't want to be put down for being sick.
No! Better. Do you see anything new on the horizon we should be aware of? Anything we need to get rid of? You know I'd be happy to help.
Just the normal cries of humanity. Disparity calls and savages beg for fruit and their lives.
And has she given them anything yet today? They must be starving by now.
She will soon, and by her hand they will be lifted up.
As we all are. We are indeed fortunate that we are conformers now. To think, we were once like them. Savages scavenging around, living off the fruit provided by the Great Queen.
I have always belonged to the Queen, unlike you or them. You're lucky you found that thing you're wearing. That bracelet saved your life. Though, I don't believe it ever really belonged to you.
I do not need to prove to you that I am of royal blood. This bracelet here proves that I belong to her royal line. Just like you. Equals.
And so you keep saying.
What is it? What do you see? Have they come for food already?
I don't know, it seems different. Maybe like a foreigner.
Impossible.
She wears the sign of an outsider.
Are you sure she isn't one of us or a filthy savage? There can't be anything else.
Definitely not. She is indeed a rare and wonderful stranger.
A stranger. Indeed, a delight. She may have something we need. We must find her and bring her to the Queen. We must show her what we found. This is so rare, the Queen will be astonished that we have found such a thing. We will be rewarded. Come now, let's go gather her up.
No! I was the one that found her. I have the binoculars and I will be the one to bring her in.
And if she refuses to come quietly, you do want her alive, don't you? I mean, what good would a dead gift to the Queen be? With your quick temper and impulses, you have a way of terminating anything that puts up a fight. But now, you know my skills. Gifts, you might say. I've brought in things much tougher than this one. I can persuade just about anyone. This is a big one. Something we need. You know you need my help. It will remain your find, with my assistance, of course.
Fine, but you will only assist me if I need you. She is my gift, my find. Now try to keep up and don't get in my way.
This is a mighty stick up. Just give the fruit that you have and no one gets hurt.
This fruit? Now why would anyone want this rotten old fruit? Can't bring any kind of nourishment that I can think of. Why, I fear the Queen's fruit is much more fulfilling.
I prefer the fruit they have right there in your hands. So hand it over.
Question. What might the seeds from one good piece of fruit produce?
Please. The grapes from took anything good away. Now hand over that fruit.
There you are, Lord. You should have had it back hours ago. They're hungry and they need food. What beast have you brought back this time?
One that's about to hand over the fruit.
I suspect there is better fruit to eat than this here rotten fruit.
Is there now? Alright, whoever you are, please enlighten us on where one might find this oh-so-good fruit. Because I've ravaged this entire desert, salvaged anything of value from east to west, and the only good fruit that I've come across is that fruit, right there in your hands.
Oh, but I hear there's good fruit right around that corner.
Is there now? The Queen's fruit? A taste of fruitless fruit from the society of conformity and comfort? Yeah, no thanks. I've escaped that trap.
I see. So you're a runner.
No, I just don't compromise. You see, unlike those conformers around the corner there, I don't swallow her poison. It may look like good fruit to you, but one taste and you're hooked. The very air they pump in there is contaminated. It will choke any sense out of you. Before you know it, you're left thoughtless. No, I'd rather die than ever eat the Queen's fruit again.
So rotten fruit is better than comfort.
Comfort isn't what it's always chalked up to be.
And that fruit is what the sick, the old, the young, and those who can't digest the queen's fruit survive on. That's why we're gonna hand over the fruit.
But why not just go to the source, the tree itself? Why not take the fruit before it has fallen?
Alright, I don't know who you are or where you came from, but you obviously don't know the survival rules around here. You see, the Shiners in their fortified silos are the only ones who are allowed to touch that tree. And if you refuse to eat the queen's poison, then you pick up what you can from the ground. You become a savage like us. And if you won't give me that fruit, then I'll rip it out of your angelic little hands.
And don't come back! She's strange. Maybe she escaped. Like you. Good. This here's enough to feed the rest for at least a day.
You're a great savager, Lorcan. I don't know what you do with all that junk, but you're great at finding things. You'll be a great leader one day.
There's so much to salvage up here, Nola. I mean, there's enough to make a whole new society.
Just remember your duties of finding food, alright? Not off with it.
I wish you wouldn't go. The guards will be out soon. We'll be safe.
You've grown so much since I found you, Lorcan. You're much older. Let me do what I do best. Go, feed them. They're starving.
Okay, just promise you'll be safe. Promise you'll return tonight. Stay safe, Ed.
I crave for the good orchard, the taste of life-giving fruit once again. Not to survive on the leftovers of the elite or pick up on the heartbeat, the poisonous air of a society where you are fed great toxins of fruitful lies. To be free once again.
Must the music end so soon? You know, I rather liked the melody. A quick change in harmony, a two-step unity, where I feel so at one with you. Oh, it was a rather nice rhythm. A side-stepping, glorious hymn, a sing-song lullaby, a cry, yet dry eye, because my focus was on the promised land.
Ah, my entertaining little pet. Still so amusingly crazy though. Singing songs that don't rhyme and dancing to no music. You know, I really do love keeping you around for your great and wonderful oddness. It keeps me entertained. Maybe even a little intrigued.
Behind the eyes and between the ears of the wicked lies nothing but death.
Which will come shortly to you, yet you still don't fear it. What a mighty beast!
Evil does just what evil does best. It likes to twist good around until it does serious damage.
You know, I was really hoping that sometime locked up in our oh-so-special let's change the way you think room would fix your little rambling on problem. But my poor little pet just seems so
Joyful! Like knock your socks off, full on radiated joy. I mean, There is like a complete revival going on here. I must thank you for the much needed time away in here. Nothing like a little struggle to put things into perspective. It really makes you realize just whose side you're on.
Which is exactly what I've been after. And maybe now that you've been in total isolation,
Oh, I'm never completely alone. I've got company all the time.
might you now be ready to tell me all your nasty little secrets? Come on, my pet. I just need you to tell me where all of those savages get that disgusting, soul-rotting fruit from.
Ah, yes. That delicious fruit. I have some, you know.
Ugh! We have been over this a million times, you fool! You have nothing. You've been stripped away of everything, thrown in complete isolation, even electrocuted. Oh, such fond memories of that. And yet, you still claim this nonsense. Punishment only seems to motivate you in your craziness. And the only reason that I keep you alive, well, other than the fact that I find pleasure in your suffering, is for the hope that one day you will just give in and tell me where they get that dreaded fruit.
Right here, yep. Right in here.
My good and wise queen, I apologize for the intrusion, but I brought you a gift, something of great value.
Get up off the floor. You may be my humble servant, but you are still a trusted warrior and shall stand in front of her queen. Get up. Now then, what is this? A present for me?
A rarity if I do say so. When I saw her, I knew that you must have her. I've never seen anything like her. My queen.
Oh my! Is this what I think it is?
Indeed it is, my great queen. We found her wandering the wasteland and knew she was a lost treasure. I mean, she was near death, so I caught her with caution just as you instruct. I made sure to bring her in alive for you. Have you ever seen such a rare gift?
I mean, but how? Her kind was extinguished by the great storm. She should be extinct, no?
There is talk of her kind hidden away in the flatlands, my gracious queen. And do not worry. If more do exist, I will hunt them down and find them. Remember, I am your most trusted SCC warrior, and will go after anything or anyone that will not conform. Just look at how special she is.
My, what a delightful surprise! A gem indeed, a gem indeed! Do you talk, my dear gem? Has she a tongue, or did the savages remove it? I'd like to see it if so.
My queen, as far as I know, her tongue is intact.
Ooh, well then, speak, my child. Speak. Or forever hold your peace.
Thirsty must return back to remain faithful, like a rock must produce fruit.
Fruit? Why? This child is delirious with starvation. Well, it is fun to watch her in her torment. I suppose we must return her back to her normal state. See what we can make of her. Renata, hook her up to the apparatus. There now, my child. This will indeed make you better.
The bar is low. Standard is fallen. Look, the mother of lies is so culturally relevant.
Be still, harlot, or I will turn on your collar. The queen is speaking.
Slaves to this system. Poisonous air here in Egypt, you see. She provides all the fictitious fruit she thinks we need. This system is dead. Will consume you if you're not careful.
My pet! I do not have time to play games with you. We have a visitor. Where are your manners? There now, my child. Just breathe in the intoxicating air. You will be rejuvenated quickly. a beautiful sight, like a newborn baby being born into the great society. Just a few more breaths, and my new little gem will shine for me. All better now?
I must return. I've traveled too far.
Oh, of course you have. And we will help you find your way back home just as soon as you regain your strength. You can stay here with me for the night, for I do have a way of making things better. And after a nice, soul-filling dinner and dreamless sleep, things will look perfect.
I must return now. Where have I gone to? Am I here? Fog has settled within me.
Here now, let's just try and relax. McKinley, Renata, go and get the silo ready for dispatch. The people will be expecting their food soon. We must not forget about them and their miserable needs.
Yes, my queen. Yes, my great queen.
And you, my delightful little gift. There's no reason to worry. I will fix you right up, and in the morning, things will look better. Why, even perfect. Oh, it's not often I have such an important visitor. I must see what you can do. Oh, I do hope you amaze me. Now then, let's put some fuel into you. You are hungry, no?
I have been without for days. Please, just a little food and I'll be on my way. If you know the way, I seem to have forgotten. Yet somehow it is okay.
Yes, it is okay. So let's fill up that tiny depleted belly of yours, and you can tell me all about your little gem of a self. You will find that I am an exceptionally great listener. Well, not really, but I do look you in the eyes while you are speaking. Shall we fill you then with delicious treats? I am somewhat rather content. I do hope this feeling will last. I do hope that you do not disappoint me. All right, this way, my new little friend, shall we call you? A happy feast awaits.
I may seem useless, but not for long. A new future is coming on, and I know how to survive when the law is so very lawless. Poison may corrupt, but only if you drink it.
Still no word from Effie?
Nothing yet. I thought that after going so long without food, she would return home. This isn't like her. You don't think she's been conditioned already?
If she has, then that is her fault. She is the one who wandered out into that wasteland we call society, and there will be consequences. But if she does return, she'll be contaminated, and we'll immediately have to put her in the isolation and cleansing chamber. We can't risk her exposing us to anything.
Well then, I guess you would like for me to take her job for a while.
Why? The fruit can rot forever. We are not responsible for the welfare of everyone. They must do their part too. We almost fend for ourselves these days. It's brother against brother and friend against friend, and we have to do what we have to do to survive. We've always given away what isn't good enough for us. That should be enough.
Oh, she's right. I'll go.
Well, has she been conditioned, consumed by that filthy air?
It's not her. In fact, I have no idea who it is. A face I haven't seen before.
A stranger? Impossible. The only one who knows that we're here is Lorcan, and she promised to stay silent in exchange for the rotten fruit.
What do we do?
Our walls are fortified, so we are safe. There's no way they could find their way in here alone. But we have to find out who they are. If anyone knows we still exist, we're in danger. They will try to take everything away from us. This could be our ruin. I will take care of this. Who are you and what do you want? We have you surrounded.
I would hope you would recognize me as one of your own.
I do not recognize your species, nor have I invited you here. Now, who has sent you?
I have come to assist you.
We are in need of no help. Now, again, who has sent you and how did you find your way here?
I think with the capturing of one of your own, you would need all the help you could get.
She speaks of Effie. She knows where Effie is. Please, have you seen her?
She is in the hands of evil.
No! The FCC must have her! Mary, we have to do something!
How do you know this? Are you not one of them?
I am merely a messenger who is on the side of no man.
Then how do you know that they have captured Effie?
I've been out there. How about you?
We don't venture out. We have all we need in here. Besides, we don't want to be contaminated.
I see. And how might I partake of this fruit you have?
How do you know about the fruit? You have spoken to Effie then. She has turned against us so fast, giving our secrets away to a stranger. This will be war to anyone who tries to take what is rightfully ours. There's not enough for you or anyone else.
Might I suggest that there could be more than enough to go around, seeing if maybe you planted seeds from the source, grew a bigger crop, created orchards, rose up more farmers to help cultivate the land.
She knows about the golden tree.
We are the last of the good farmers, the only ones worthy enough to touch the tree.
And what might one need to do to be worthy?
There are few who can endure such a thing.
Enlighten me.
Most don't even make it through the first step. The purifying shower, the intense motivational ceremony, and the years of listening to the first few chapters of the Forbidden Transformation Manual. Then, you can first seek the fruit on the ground.
But why not the good stuff? Why is it saved for only you?
Impossible! Thief! How and when did you break through our walls? Or did that traitor Effie steal it and give it to you? This will cost you! We are the only ones who can touch the fruit!
Remember, I came to help you. So listen. You buff the surface of your golden tree so the fruit sparkles in the sun. Oh, so shiny on the outside, yet decaying and rotten when picked. Turn your hearts inside out, give generously. Then your lives will be clean, and more than just your superficial shiny fruit in hands. Civilization is hungry. Come outside and feed them.
What is she talking about, Mary? What does she mean, feed them?
It doesn't matter. We have to look after ourselves and ourselves only. There's not enough to go around, friend. The great storm destroyed all that we ever had, and we can no longer afford to give away what isn't good enough for us.
But is it possible? I mean, what if, like she said, we planted a seed? Would there be enough for all to be nourished?
To feed the undeserving? Never! We work hard for what we have. They will just take and keep taking, but no more. We will give out no more fruit. This ends here and now. We must look after ourselves. It is too costly to help those who are so contaminated. Ren? You know there is no other choice. Do not let an outsider poison poison your mind. Now we have work to do. We will lock ourselves in and fortify our walls for protection.
My fellow believers! Look how amazing you all are! Sitting there, below me, agreeing with all I say and do. I know that you are filled with deep gratitude, for I have redeemed you, saved you from the ruin. The great storm has taken so much from all of us, but your queen will not allow you to go hungry. There will be no more hunger. There will be no more loneliness. There will be no more individualism. Just one big, happy, sameness family. Why, look at you all. I can't even tell you apart, my lovelies. No one is clapping.
Clap to the queen! Clap!
Oh, stop it! Stop! Stop now! You know that I am just giving you all what you truly desire. And I'm done now. I'm tired. McKinley, go on and feed them. But not too much. We do have a new guest to feed after all. And not here. Go and do it somewhere else. It's beginning to bore me to look down at them. So helpless they all are. They all look so pathetic.
Yes, my gracious queen. To dining dock 457, make sure that your apparatus is clear and ready to be filled by the gracious queen. You will leave immediately after feeding. And this time, if you all behave, I expect that nobody will get hurt. Your gracious queen has spoken.
My queen.
Renata? I do trust that our new little friend Gem is well fed and sleeping.
I gave her what she wanted and she's put to bed. It was rather nice to watch her conform so easily. I'm excited to see what we can do with her. I think she will be perfect for us.
I do agree. Nothing like an easy catch. Oh, and Renata, do make sure I have no interruptions tonight. I want to be at my best for her tomorrow. Now then, run along into the terrible, dark, and dangerous night where I have the pleasure of not being. Nothing but happy thoughts for me.
Yes, my queen. And do not worry, for I am fit for the night. I will stand watch and look for anyone who causes a problem. Remember, I am one of you, a good and faithful servant. Trust me, if there is any opposition, I will take care of it. Now, pleasant, dreamless, happy slumbers, my good queen. My queen.
revolution coming on, yes. Right here in the middle of the desert. It's like an old-fashioned cross-stitch and lashing, granny squared, insanity prepared. Beware! Revolution! Can't look that up. Nope, never. It's like a foot tapping, knee napping, full-on rocking, lip smacking, underground tracking, Uncle Fester!
They'll hear you.
Nola! You're beautiful. You here for the revolution?
No, Harla. I told you I'd come back, and here I am, but you have to be quiet.
Nope. Can't silence me. I've got too much to say. So much going on inside of me. Just can't be quiet about it all. Now, where was I?
Harla! Harla! Jeez! I came to break you out. See, I'm free. I found a safe place for us to go and live.
Safe? What does safety cost you? Nothing, I tell you, nothing. I'm going nowhere, staying right here.
Harla, listen to me. Please be quiet. I'm gonna hide.
Hello? Is anyone here? I know I heard somebody. Hello?
Shh. I'm a statue pretending to be quiet. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you going to try and feed me again? Because I really don't feel very well. Am I dreamless walking?
Oh, I do hope not. Would you like some provision of the real stuff?
I don't think I need anything right now. Just some sleep.
No, don't teeter-totter down on me now. Hey! Hey, you! Snap out of it.
Can't, Harla. I've heard of that stuff. Same toxins they fed me.
Toxins? This isn't toxic. Just dreamlessness.
Here. Take this. It'll help you regain your strength. Trust me, it's not like what they gave you, I promise. It's what we eat to survive. Now, Harla, we have to get out of here. You know, if they find me, they'll lock me up, but I'm not leaving without you. So can we please just go?
Can't.
What has got into you? Do you not remember what they did to you? How they beat you, shocked you, and how they're gonna kill you? Especially if you don't tell them where the fruit's from.
Fruit? Wait, I know this. Where did you get it?
It's the good stuff. You like it, huh? They sneak it into me every once in a while. It keeps me remaining. I won't touch the other poison. Nope. Rather take a good shock than swallow that stuff. They've done it to you too, you know. I can still kind of taste the poison infused.
Poison? It didn't taste like poison. It was sweet. So filling. Why would they do that? The queen is so nice and warm. It tells me just what she wants me to hear. How beautiful that she wants to feed me. Unlike the others, we're not good enough.
Yeah, no, that's not like the queen at all. It's just clouded your head, your reasoning.
Well, look at all the people she feeds. The great storm took everything away from us, and nobody gives anything, but she does. I think the great queen loves me.
No, she loves herself. She's taking advantage of all of you. After the great storm, the world was torn apart. Each to fend for themselves, and the queen, why, she had everything anyone wanted. She was the only one that had enough, but does that come with a price? The very air she pumps in there, it clouds over the truth, killing insight and reason. The state uses it to keep its citizens under the control. And the food, why, it keeps you from becoming unhappy enough to try to change the society that you live in. Their agenda is to create humans just like each other, content enough to rely solely on the queen for all of their needs. Life and happiness in one breath.
The air is so thick, it nearly choked me. But I do so love it. I hardly had to breathe on my own. Such a nice change from the work I've been forced to do.
Breathe in her toxic air, and she promises you a holiday from your reality, and come back without so much of a headache or an individual thought. She's creating a perfect world. In there, they provide you with this so-called beautiful, contagious liquid that's spreading from one person to the next, and on it goes until you're marching to a tune where you have no idea where it came from, what it means, or how we even got here.
This holiday you speak of is nice. How do you know so much anyway? You must be bringing it in like I am.
Because I was her caged pet for some time. I was desperate, starving, so I ate their civilization, and it poisoned me. I was so defiled, choking on the very air that kept me alive. But then one day I woke up and became just like her.
I took the queen's food away from Nola and replaced it with that. She got all better. We gotta trash our idols if we're gonna have a revolution.
Carla, we have to go. You know McKinley does her nighttime checks. We have to go now.
I'm staying. Don't you realize that the work has to be done in this place?
Carla, we have to go now. Are you coming or not?
Tough decision, but the revolution is about to happen in here.
I would never follow you. Your savage lifestyle is too dangerous. Costs too much. No, I like it here. This is pleasant in a dreamless way.
Have it your way. Carla, I'll see if you come back and change your mind. It's so tough out there, though. We work hard to keep the people fed. There's danger everywhere. It's exhausting. I'm not sure when I can return to you.
Nola, we are like the world's natural preservatives. Like salt, we bring out the flavor. But if you go bland on me, then well, what use is that? You might as well be chucked out and go join the wasters at the landfill site. We savages make the world visible. We bring the light. You can't camouflage a fireworks display, and you don't put floodlights behind a brick wall. So don't pull a curtain across the good things that brighten up people's lives. Let them see it. Eat of it. Trust me. There will be enough for everybody. Someday.
And what are you doing out of bed? Renata made sure that you were sleeping.
Dreamless walking, yes. Might you help me find my way back? Maybe you could sustain me with some of that perfect air you offer? I do feel rather in need.
Didn't take you long to conform. You must be one desperate soul. Come along. I'll find you some air to breathe. Let's go.
I look at today's hassles, and it's hardly worth calling them hassles against the celebration that's being lined up. I mean, the whole cosmos is holding its breath. Wouldn't you say? Remember, we win.
What do we have here? Looks to me like someone's out past curfew. You some kind of dangerous night creature now?
No, I'm just making my way home.
Not so fast. Let me see your face. I know you, creature. I know that face. Could it be little orphan Larkin, the savage beast of the wild?
I'll be on my way now. I must get home.
Home? You call that wasteland you live in home? When are you going to come to your senses and realize that your kind are slowly getting extinguished? Why, soon you'll be nothing more than a sideshow in the great queen's court.
No, we won't ever drink your poison. Bow down to your suffocating ideals. We're fighting just as we are. You will see.
And what are you? The Robin Hood of the wasteland, the savior of this dried up desert. Just look around you at all the dried up bones. Just look at what happened to your family. You couldn't save them. How could you ever hope to save this new so-called family of yours?
I'll do whatever it takes to protect them from your so-called comfort. And that bracelet you wear. Why don't you stop breathing in the air long enough just to remember who it really belongs to? Or are you so conditioned now that you've forgotten?
Be careful, Larkin, or I'll bring you in for slander. Nothing but good thoughts in the SEC. Conformity brings happiness, and with happiness, nobody suffers anymore.
And nothing costs anything in the SEC. We all believe and behave like we're told. And no one believes anything because no one has been conditioned to believe them. Stand here and breathe it with little Renata. Remember who you once were.
I'd be careful if I were you. This desert you call home won't last too much longer. Without the queen, why, you'll suffocate. Remember who's in charge, who has the upper hand. I think long and hard about where you want to be when the water rises. This way of life you're living will get you killed.
Morgan, what are you doing out so late? Why aren't you home?
I'm old enough to take care of myself. I don't need a babysitter, and I certainly don't need told what to do.
Whoa. I'm just concerned about your safety, that's all. You know the guards are out here all at night.
I can handle it myself. In fact, I just had a run with Renata.
Oh, so that's what's got you all worked up. Is she still wearing my bracelet?
Probably. Though, I'd never wear that evil thing. I never belonged to the SCC, no matter what they did to me.
Calm down, Morgan. Nobody's gonna do anything to you as long as you're out here, safe and free. But just be careful. I know you're old enough to take care of yourself. I just don't trust them. Remember, I lived under them. I know what they can do.
Is it bad that I can't remember? I mean, should I remember? But all of this could even be part of the use for? Having been so long without, and members have died.
The great mighty tower once stood right here, where we're standing. The land was nourished back then, growing with green grass and flowers and trees and great gardens with food aplenty. Simple shelters were made to rest for the night.
Sounds like a beautiful dream.
And this was a part of one of those shelters. A place to keep people safe and warm and protect them from the outside elements.
And what about this?
Hoe to work the earth and plant seeds that would grow and produce more.
Seeds. I vaguely remember. I was so young, putting tiny specks into the earth with my mother. What did it become of them?
Some grew in food, others clothing, some built safe shelters or great ships to float upon the seas.
Well, our seeds are rotten now, just like our food. And the shiners for the great golden tree have enough, yet they never give anything. It just makes me so angry, Noah.
I know, but that's just the way it is. But look at you, Lorcan. A great savage who refuses to hide herself away like a shiner or conform to the queen. That's why people look to you. You make a way for them that's right. We can only look to our past to help build our future. And we will build it. It just takes time. Perseverance, my friend. Dawn will be here soon. We have to go now, Lorcan. Grab that. Let's go.
The great storm will keep bearing down, and I wonder, will they conform, hide away in their silos, or stand strong enough when all is said and done?
Here, a polish there, but go away! There's not enough to share. Standing in glass slippers, hoping they will hold up this weak foundation so that I am, and always will be, enough. Enough. Never enough! Might I see through their bluff? Fallen fruit, rotting away, but good enough for them to eat each day? A runaway bride, trying to hide so she may not have to conform to a legalistic ideal that starves everyone of their last meal. But polish away. We've been conditioned that there's no other way.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Just this toxic air that causes me to stare long enough to forget this faceless society without a savage anxiety. Rat, tat, tat. Surprise, it's me. The vacant, expressionless conformist with the heartache to feel something other than this. Bliss I've found. This cancer-filled air is stale, and it chokes me into a beautiful lullaby where there are no dream-filled nights, just the soft hush of the queen making it right. Open up, let me in. You know the big old wolf will always win.
It's like a lullaby, a rockabye, and everything will be okay, right? It's a new place for me, and I'm welcomed to just be. No work, no perfection, no polishing to make me good, as if I could ever be that. I belong to the queen now, and I feel satisfied.
Now, is that any way to greet your queen, my little but oh so delightful gem? There, now, see, isn't it much better in my presence? Shall we see what you can do? McKinley? Renata?
Yes, my queen.
Has my new little gem done anything spectacular?
Spectacular, my queen?
Spectacular! Have you taken your breath yet today, McKinley? I dare say you're reacting rather slowly. Renata, spectacular!
Yes, my queen. I do think she will do something amazing. Perhaps she will even share her true identity.
I do hope so. For maybe she, unlike Carla, will actually tell me where the source of the fruit is. So then, tell me, my little... I'm running out of fun names to call her. Renata?
The savages call her the runaway bride, my great and humble queen.
Ooh, I like that. Bride. So then, tell me, my little runaway bride gem, how you've managed to survive out in this wasteland for so long.
Why does it matter? You have anything anyone could ever want right here. Everyone feels good and full and nourished and so very wonderful. I want to be just like you, happy.
She is making me angry, McKinley. I do not feel well when I am angry.
My great and wonderful queen, shall I fix you up a concoction of happiness?
No, I just want her, just like Harla, to tell me where the source of the fruit is. Is that so much to ask, McKinley?
My queen, if I may say so, I have been in that wasteland and the only nourishment is that filthy, dirty fruit they live off of. There is no source. But you, my queen, are the true source of all happiness. You provide and tell us just how to live.
Then why don't all the savages want to live here with me? And why do some of them run away and try and live without me? No, she will tell me. She is a pureblood and knows where the source is. And if she won't tell me, then we'll put her in the ante. Let's think for ourselves and instead be filled with what I tell you to be room. Yes, that'll be a good room for her. Reprogram her nice and quickly.
That fruit is not for you, my queen. We cannot touch it.
That's a lie. If there was any better food, the savages would have told me about it.
But I would never lie to you. You saved me. I owe you my life. Well, there is a source. A golden tree. And it produces amazing, nourishing fruit. Now I beg you, my queen, to please give me some more of that precious air you offer. I crave it. Need it.
A golden tree? Why, that sounds just like me. And I want it. What is this feeling? I'm scared. What am I feeling? Is this jealousy? Oh, how horrible! McKinley, take our little runaway bride gem and find me that golden tree. Please. You will uproot it and bring it here for me. And, of course, for all of my little savages to look at and desire. Then I will be content.
But I do not want to go back there. Please, let me stay here with you. I promise I will be and do anything you would like me to be.
Bring me my golden tree, and you can stay as long as you'd like. After you've been reprogrammed, of course. McKinley, go and get me what I want.
No, please, don't make me go back there, please. No, please.
Renata, I do not like this feeling. I am bored and jealous and all sorts of horrible things.
We can fix that, my queen. If indeed this runaway bride can produce the golden tree, then oh, how all people will look to you and you alone. You will rule over this land and there will be nothing left to stop you. Oh, how idle people make it so easy for you to conquer. Just keep feeding them and they will do anything you say.
I know my job, Renata. And just think how much fun it will be when they return with that golden tree. You should get the people ready, Renata. Get them feeling their best. Won't they just adore me even more now? Go on, go and pump the air full of beautiful happiness.
Yes, my queen.
Can I really get any better than this?
Like shipwrecks, we try and build ourselves back up and out of the wreckage, provided with ragged bits and pieces of what we once knew as comfort. We groan as these past luxuries slip between our silky fingers. We have helped cause a storm. So idle while our ship decks burned, yet here we are now, trying to shock each other back into a new life, holding within these broken vessels beautiful truths, knowing now what we truly need to do to survive. Yes, I still believe in writers, still believe in songs, and still hold fast to rebuilding, no matter how long. I have no fruit. I'm sorry. Wait. I once heard that a good tree can only bear good fruit. Goodness indeed! And all that is needed is courage. Courage to step into your fear. Courage that refuses to conform to wickedness no matter how good it tastes or feels. Courage to walk amongst the wreckage and differentiate between right and wrong. Courage indeed to do the right thing. Courage that will save the lives of many.
I cannot believe you allowed this to happen! Do you see this? Do you see what you've done? This is our ruin and it's your fault!
I assure you, I have no idea how this happened. I was right by you, fortifying the wall the whole time, following closely in your shadow.
Well then who? If it wasn't you, then who did you let in? And how do you expect us to survive now that everything we are has been cut down?
Whoever did this left us this.
unclean hands of a savage. Do it, Gren! One taste from that seed will contaminate all that we've worked so hard to be.
You would rather die than work hard to create? But the savages have lived off
Savages! Filthy savages! And you will be one too if you do the same. A seedling that has been touched by the hands of a savage will leave us doomed to die, contaminated by the hands of filth. And dare I say it, you too, Gren, will be doomed to scavenge for your last chance of the rotten fruit, fighting for the savages for the very pieces you swore to protect. No, we will die uncontaminated. Let this be a reminder to all those who think they are safe in this broken world. And let them know what true purity looks like. Me!
Marching to a tune that spoils the soul and mind will surely lead to death. Yes, pride always goes before a great fall. The cost of doing the right thing is great, but it is worth it.
No!
But I do not want a filthy seed! I want a golden tree!
But it no longer exists, my beautiful queen. All that is left now are a few seedlings. It's too late, we were too late. But we have these, they left us at least that.
And what would you have me do with a bunch of filthy seeds? No, they will not make me feel good. They will not make me shine. I don't want them. Throw them away. And because I am angry now, there'll be no more food. No, if I have to go without, then so do they. There'll be no more rations until I am happy once again. McKinley, sound the battle call. I want you to ride out and rid these lands of those savage beasts. I want their name to not even be a memory.
It'll be my pleasure, my queen. I will not rest until I rid this land of the very thought of them.
What should I do with the runaway bride, my gracious and humble queen?
Lock her away like all the others. She is a reminder of what I cannot have. Oh, Renata, why can't I just be content? Why must I suffer like all of you? There must be something that can bring me true happiness. Yes, I will find it. But until then, I will do as I always do. I will sleep. I will breathe in this lovely air that I have created. Breathe in just enough to keep me half awake. Keep watch, Renata. Make sure I do not feel this loss. Make sure I feel nothing but nothing.
Come on.
No, please, no.
Yes, I still believe in brothers, still believe in songs, and still hold fast to rebuilding no matter how long. Courage to do the right thing, even if one stays a prisoner. Like me.
great and mighty tower once stood, right here, where we were standing. The land was nourished back then, growing with green grass, flowers, trees, and great gardens with food aplenty. And here, a great and mighty leader stands before me.
Now the earth will be replenished.
And with one good seed, many more will grow. And because of your simple act of courage, Lorcan, there will be plenty for all. The cost will be great.
But look at hope. But look at all who will be saved. How could it not be worth it?
Once upon this most humble ending, the world was learning how to heal, becoming nourished again with real food. Yet some still refuse this change, refusing to heal and grow, instead becoming more isolated in their silos, soon running out of resources and eventually started to die off. One can't produce good fruit with rotten seeds after all. And without good seeds, the queen produced more of her toxic air to feed desperately hungry souls, willing to follow a senseless queen for a quick fix of comfort. Slowly, reasoning died, individuality ceased, and what was once the right way was now almost entirely forgotten. Mankind has fallen, yet somehow we're content. And what, you ask, became of the savages? Well, they were strengthened, awake now. Their senses were fine-tuned. They found joy. They learned to farm on little and grew much. They were well-nourished. There seemed to be a great table always prepared, with room enough for many seats to be filled. A great feast awaiting. And the cost, you ask? Well, it was worth it. For their fruit provided them with great strength, and soon their numbers grew. I hear that some even took to the seas, high on the waves, enduring fierce storms, to explore new lands in search of lost souls who might be out there, sending great signals for help and nourishment. Voyagers, you might call them. Courageous voyagers they are, for there is still much work to be done. But that, well, is an entirely different story.